Alrighty then. Hello everybody, I am back with another Mr. Weird Thought topic, and in this Mr. Weird Thought topic, I thought I'd do something a little bit different where I talk about more of my thoughts and my opinions and viewpoint and not much of the information part that I usually do, and maybe give a little information, but it's more of the whole concept of anime and basically my journey of me becoming an anime fan and me seeing the journey of anime going from anime to all the way how it is now in the mainstream. It's popular, it's everywhere, it's been a trend here and there, you know, and etc, etc. And also give my journey on how I became an anime fan, because I don't know if I've ever talked about it, and I kind of want to go into that. But yeah, and in case you're wondering what this is, hello, my name is Mr. Weird. This is a segment I call Mr. Weird Thought Topic, where I talk about a topic, give a little information about it, and basically give my thoughts and opinions about it, you know, etc, etc. So, and I have a whole bunch of videos about this, and I do have an anime video where I talk about, I think, the origin of anime as much as I can give off. But yeah, so let's get to the point of the video: anime and the mainstream. Alrighty then, let's get starting with this Mr. Weird Thought topic. Basically, I've already done a video talking about anime, kind of the history and stuff like that, and asking the question, why is anime so popular and stuff like that, which I'm thinking about redoing it, but I don't know yet, so that's why I'm doing this here again. But this video, like I said, I want to talk about my experience, my journey of how I basically became an anime or became a fan of anime, became or a weeb, or whatever you want to use the term. You know, I just say anime lover. That's the term I like to use. But to basically start, I started getting into anime once I hit high school. You know, and it was basically the end of middle school, and I was in the journey of like, okay, I've heard of anime, I know what this is, but in reality, I didn't, because I didn't know Dragon Ball, I didn't know Pokemon, I didn't know Yu-Gi-Oh, or those kind of anime, or animes were anime. I thought they were just American cartoons at that time, until I did more research and realized, oh, those are animes, and I didn't realize it. And then, you know, that's when I got into more anime, just basically going into animes that weren't like popular, like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, One Piece, or those kind of animes at that time that were still popular and stuff like that. What I did was I wanted to go to the unknown animes that weren't really talked about. And my resource at the time was Netflix, because I just got Netflix, and Netflix had some animes where I was like, you know, and the first anime that I got into, you know, while still watching Dragon Ball from the beginning, giving it a try, going back to Yu-Gi-Oh, giving Naruto a try and stuff like that, was Rosario Vampire. For those who don't know, I'm going to quickly summarize it as simple as I can. It's basically a romantic harem comedy anime where a guy goes into the world of monsters, you know, like vampires, you know, succubus and stuff like that kind of concept, and he's a human in a school of monsters. Yeah, and then he falls for a vampire girl with pink hair. Yeah, so I gave that a try. I was like, yo, I love it. I don't know what this is, I love it. And then another anime that I had in Netflix was Girl Bravo. That's an anime that I might talk to, but not right now, because that's a very wow anime. If you know, you know. If you don't, look at them. But I watched that when I was like, oh, like, hello there, like, you know, until I watched Fairy Tail. And when I started watching it, I'm gonna be honest, I had a lot of people when I met, they did not like Fairy Tail. They hated Fairy Tail. They talk trash about Fairy Tail. Like, people I know now are all of a sudden talking about and being a fan of Fairy Tail. And that kind of surprised me, you know. But while I was, you know, starting to watch that, after Netflix, there was a point where Netflix didn't have a lot of anime. So I was like, where do I go next? And I had a discussion with a friend about talking about anime, and how did you watch anime was YouTube. My next stage was going to YouTube and finding animes there. I would watch compilations of anime videos where, you know, it would have some type of techno, like Alan Walker's Faded or something like that, and then it would just show like the top 10 animes, romantic animes to watch, or the top best animes now to watch. And then it would just kind of do like a fast pace of it, the name, the genre, and that's about it. And then from there, I just wrote them down. Okay, it's telling me to watch this, I'm gonna watch it. Okay, let me write it out, you know. But also, when I went to high school, I also started meeting people that also liked anime. And whatever they told me, I would write it down and I would watch it. I would try to find a place to watch it. And YouTube was, at the moment, the only place I could think of, watch anime, besides Netflix, which only had a limited, and Crunchyroll, but, you know, I didn't know much about Crunchyroll, and I know it was a thing you had to pay or something like that, so I didn't want to deal with that, and I didn't have money. And from there, I would watch, you know, a YouTube video with episode 1 of this anime. But, you know, based on this screen that you're watching, the video would be like this short, small right here. That's the I would be watching, and then you would just see the background of an anime, of that anime, or other anime girls, stuff like that. And that's how I watched it. That's how I try to find the next episode. Did they have the next episode? And then from there, it was just, I was already into anime. And I loved it because, and I will admit, I was kind of nervous becoming a fan of anime because I didn't know a lot of people that liked anime. And it is like they say, anime was for people, or to find people to become, or to find people to talk about anime, you had to look for people. When I was growing up, and I'll be honest, anime was still at that time where it still was popular, but not as popular as it is in the mainstream now. Where if you say, I love anime, everybody goes, pfft. What anime do you like? What, did you see the Demon Slayer? Did you see the new One Piece? You know, stuff like that. No. I had to be like, you watch anime? No? Okay. I would go to the next person. Hey, you watch anime? Yeah. Oh, you watch anime? What? You know, and stuff like that. And that's how it would go. Cause I also see videos in TikTok and Instagram or wherever where they would also give their experience and stuff like that. And, you know, I would hear people getting teased, or, you know, or my favorite YouTubers where you would have to like find people that liked anime. You would have to like search to, you know, unlike today where, you know, it's easy. And I will say this because I've heard people say, stop saying that you were teased because you liked anime. That never happened. Yes, that has. For those who are wondering, you know, if that really did exist or if that's, you know, a made up thing. No. I grew up being kind of teased for liking anime in high school. In the beginning, at least. Later on, it's kind of stopped, or just people didn't care anymore. You know, but in the beginning, people were like, you like anime? Are you serious? Like, you like that stuff? And of course, it was like those moments where, like Godzilla, where I wouldn't want to talk about it. I just kept my mouth shut until slowly, again, I had the confidence to talk about it and ask people, and et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, from there, I would just like, you know, every time, like I said, every time I had the chance to meet somebody that liked anime, I would immediately ask for recommendations. What animes? And of course, I knew this guy in high school where, you know, he was that one guy that would tell me, hey, watch this. And of course, they were harem. They were ecchi. They were, you know, or similar animes like that to the fan service, which one of them that he told me, I immediately got hooked, and I was like, God damn, this is now my thing. And it's called High School. I say High School DxD. I don't know if there's another way of saying it, but I've always said it like that. Unless you say High School DD, I've never heard anybody say it. I just say High School DxD. But I watched that one, and it was like, okay, now I understand what anime I like to watch. Small percentage, and I was like, you know. But I also remember, like I said, you know, going through it, you know, finding, you know, as much resource I could use to watch anime. You know, whether it was on YouTube or using certain websites. Like, one of the websites I used was the Original Kiss Anime that I think now it's been completely removed. You know, because people in Instagram or social media would keep spreading that this is the anime you should watch. This is the website, and then of course people found out and it got shut down. But that's what I also watched because, you know, I couldn't afford, you know, or my parents wouldn't pay for streaming services of anime and stuff like that. But anywhere I had the chance to watch anime, whether it was still on Netflix, I still got to watch it. You know, I still got to watch amazing animes. Like, in Netflix was Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I got to see that. I got to see Fairy Tail. I got to see, you know, a little bit of Attack on Titans, One Punch Man in Netflix. Without the help of Netflix, I probably wouldn't be as much into anime with, you know, that I am now. I mean, yes, I bet you people would have also convinced me to give anime a try and stuff like that. Even hell, I even got my best friend into anime. I told her, hey, watch this anime. She did, and she loved it. And she's now an anime fan like me. And I do love how every fan becomes or goes through their journey differently. Like, some people watch anime because of their parents were a fan of anime. They grew up with it. Or their sibling or friend or they just discovered it. And for me, in my case, I discovered it by myself. And it was fun doing it by myself. Yes, I had other people help me, but it was more of asking for recommendations. It wasn't me, like, exploring. It was just mostly asking them for recommendations. I would watch the first episode. If it didn't work, it didn't work. I would just move on. And using the anime list, which for those who don't have it, my anime list is an app I do recommend using, because I have, based on all the animes that I have listed, which one day I also want to do a review of every anime I have watched or it's still watching. Based on all the animes, whether I'm still watching it or plan on watching it, for now, I have in my list 230 animes. I know there's people that have 500 or more, but there's some animes that, of course, that I haven't listed there because, you know, I forgot the name but those are some of the animes or the amount of animes I've added in my list. And I will give applause for those who have 500 or more anime in their list and stuff like that. Like, I gotta give you that. But getting to see anime in the mainstream where now even my nephew knows certain animes like this, I was like, yeah, that's not how I grew up with anime. That's not how I viewed anime. And I think the only one thing I hate about sometimes anime in the mainstream is, and this is a hot take, is the people that hated anime, the people that made fun of you, either use anime to become this trend, to make themselves a trend and become popular, or are now watching anime and are bigger, they act like a bigger fan, and it's like, and I've seen that, which it doesn't piss me off, but it gets me like, really? When I was watching it, you're the one that made fun of it, or you're the one that talked shit about it, or you're the one that made fun of me or teased me about it. And I know there are out there people that maybe feel the same way, because, and I'm not saying that's like a thing to attack people, but it sometimes bothers me. But I know there's, sorry about that, there's also some positive, like, it's helped anime grow and support the industry to help produce more animes. You know, help connect people in groups and connect friends and stuff like that. Like, me and my best friend, sometimes she'll come over and we'll watch anime. Like, hey, I've heard this anime. Is it good? Fuck it, I'll show you the first episode. You'll determine yourself. If the first episode does not click, That's fine. And she has liked her over animes, like Tokyo Revengers. It doesn't click for me. Doesn't work. There's some people that love Bleach. I don't like Bleach, but I respect that you like Bleach. I've given Bleach a try. It just doesn't click on me. And I will probably keep trying until maybe if it doesn't, it does. It doesn't, you know. But like I said, like, and of course there's also back to the negative. There are some, you know, toxic anime fandoms that, in my opinion, have ruined certain animes for me. But even though I have ignored it and tried to go back in the anime, it's still that, you know. But, and like I said, there are always toxic anime fans. But I've just learned to ignore them. Because for me, am I a toxic anime fan? I have my moments. Sure, I'll admit that. But I will always say, whether it's on TikTok here or in person, we all have our viewpoints in anime. You know, and it's fine if you don't like the anime I'm watching, or it's fine that, you know, this person doesn't like the anime, but at least be happy they like it. At least they have where you could have discussion. Why, you know, why do you like this anime but not this anime? Or why do you like this one but not like this one? Or, you know, stuff like that. And that's what kind of makes it interesting. But there's some people that take it to like a stab in the heart and then go all anger at you, and those are the fandoms of anime, or part of the fandom where I ignore. I don't want nothing to do, you know, because we're always gonna have different opinions. We're always gonna have different viewpoints. Like there was a point where I'll even admit this. One Punch Man, in my opinion, before I watched it and gave it a try, was the stupidest thing I ever heard. A hero that would punch people and that would just wouldn't kill. I was like, that's not interesting. Until I watched it, I was like, okay, now I can see why people like it. Never mind, I'm just gonna shut up this time. Now I'm an idiot, you know. And you know, the also great thing about anime is conventions. You know, seeing people cosplay, they have amazing cosplays. It makes me want to do it. I've done 2 cosplays. I've done Tanjiro, and I've built the box of an actual size of the box that he has in the anime. And I've cosplayed as Luffy. Next, I want to cosplay as Natsu. I want to cosplay as this anime, and give it my all to show my love for the anime, for the industry. And there's some people that do it like so amazing, where I envy them, but in a good way, like to support them, to cheer them on, and say, yes, let's continue building this amazing industry. And you know, and every time I go to the convention, I love it. I enjoy it. And I always have some interesting connections with people, random people, where it's like, this is all about. This is why I love anime, you know. But like I said, going back to the beginning where I watched it, I just went on it kind of blinded, going to random animes, and then going to YouTube, seeing that small thing, to now being able to watch it in Crunchyroll, use certain certain websites, you know, use Funimation, which I don't even think Funimation is continuing because of the whole connection with Funimation and Crunchyroll. But it's still great to now see, you know, now streaming services, other streaming services have anime, produce anime. And I can't get any happier to be a fan of anime. Yes, there are some pros and cons to it being in the mainstream, but at least now, you know, there's no point of like, you have to now dig and find people that like anime. Now you like, I like anime, who likes anime? And everybody will raise their hand, me, no, you know, like, you know. And that's what I love about it, you know. And if you have not given anime a try, I do recommend giving it a try, you know, because the thing I love about anime, and I've said this in my video, in my previous video, where I said, anime has a lot of genres where there's a genre for you. You just gotta find it. You just gotta dig, or ask for recommendations. That's what I did. And then I started doing my own research. I used my anime list eventually, like the website, and then I got the app. And the app is so useful to keep up with animes, track anime episodes. Okay, what episode did I leave off in Black Clover? But okay, you know, and you know, here and there I'll still have my moments where I'll even admit, yes, I regret, you know, anime being in the mainstream because of this. But no matter what, I will always still be happy that anime is in the mainstream. And hearing other big star YouTubers tell their story of their journey of anime, becoming an anime fan, I can connect to that because I've had my journey. I've had my experience. And seeing my nephew also have his experience, seeing my best friend and my girlfriend have her experience, other friends, it just makes me happy. And I know this video, maybe for you guys, you don't care. I just hope at least this video connected with somebody saying, hey, I had that same journey. Not something exactly like that, but something similar. Where they didn't know anything, to having some information, to digging for anime, to asking for recommendations, doing the process of even watching anime on YouTube where that small screen, or watching video anime YouTubes where they play that catchy ass techno, show recommendations, yeah. And let me know if you've done that as well. Watch anime in YouTube with a small screen, because I know a couple people have done that too. And I'm just gonna end it here because I don't want to continue. I might do a part 2 and giving more and more of my thoughts, maybe giving my opinion on certain anime fandoms, and just explain more why I love anime. And I might even do, like I said, if you want me to do that video where I will review every anime I have watched, whether I liked it or not, hell, I'll do it. And the first one I will start with is Rosario Vampire, because I will pay tribute to it. Even though it was cheesy, it was weird, I still love it. And especially Fairy Tail. That's another anime that I have to pay tribute for me becoming an anime fan. Whether you like those or not, it's up to you. We all have that special anime that got us into anime. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Comment down. Give me your thoughts, opinions, experience, stuff like that. Would love to hear it. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I hope this connected in some way. But like I always say, I'm weird. Don't judge.